Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello grade 2s and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is public transport and local media. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, it is very important for us to sanitize. So let's take our sanitizer and rub inside our hand, around our hands, in between our fingers, and on our wrists. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be doing punctuation, sight words, ordering, addition, and subtraction. For our first activity today, boys and girls, let us turn to page 3. On page 3, we have capital letters, and this is actually part of our revision. We're going to be taking a look at capital letters and full stops. The sentences that you see have been mixed up. So it is our job to write them out again and make sure that the sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. We are going to do number 1 and number 5 together. So let's take a look at number 1. Number 1 has the words butterfly, the, sat, flower, the, on. Now, as you can hear and see, they don't make sense at all. So it is going to be our job to make sure that we put them in the right order. So let's take a look at the board so we can see how we can start. Now, the first thing we need to realize is that we're going to start with a capital letter, which means we need to look for the word that has a capital letter. And the word that has a capital letter is the word the. So we're going to take this the and write it first with its capital letter. I'd like you to please do the same in your book. Now we have the word the. And from here we need to figure out what the sentence says. Can we say the sat? No, we can't. How about the flower? Maybe, but because we can see a full stop after the word flower, that means this is the last word in our sentence. So we need to continue to look. How about the butterfly? Yes, so now we are going to write the word butterfly. Remember grade 2s, when you are writing, make sure that you shape your letters correctly. And when you are done, please check that you have spelt the word correctly as well. Almost done with the word butterfly? I hope you are too. And there we go. We have the butterfly. Now what it seems like is that the butterfly did an action. So we now need to find an action. Can we say the butterfly, the? No, we can't. How about the butterfly sat? Yes, that is correct. So we are going to use the word sat. Make sure that you are using your spaces correctly as well. Sat. There we go. And we cross out the word sat so that we don't use it again. Now we have the butterfly sat. Now we need to continue either with flower, the, or on. Now we can't use flower because it has a full stop at the end. So it's either the or on. In this case, it is the word on. So we're going to write our word on. And then we cross it out. Then we write the next word, which is the. And we are going to write it neatly. After writing the word the, we are going to cross it out. Then, now we are ready to put the word flower with its full stop. So, we are going to write the word flower. Make sure that you are shaping your letters correctly, boys and girls, so that when you are reading your work, it is nice and neat. Almost done with the word flower. And of course, I have to put my full stop to show that this is the end of the sentence. There we go. Now our sentence is in order and complete. Let's read it now. The butterfly sat on the flower. Yes, it's correct. Well done, everyone. Now let's take a look at number 5. Number 5 has these words: school, wrote, I, story, at, long, This is very, very wrong. So we have to put it in the correct order. Remember, grade 2s, that a sentence starts with a capital letter. So we need to look for a capital letter here. And in this case, it looks like it is the word I. So we are going to start our sentence with I. Now, normally when we have I, that means there's an action that follows. Either an action or a word that shows another action. So we can say I, and then we can take the word wrote. So we have I, and then we have the word wrote. Please make sure that when you're writing, that your work is neat. Space out each word the same as the next one. I wrote. So we are going to cross out the word wrote. Now, what do you think the next word is? Well, it can't be the word school because it has a full stop at the end. Maybe we can say, I wrote story. No, that doesn't sound right. How about I wrote at? No. How about I wrote a? Yes, that is correct. So we're going to put the word a and cross it out here. A what? That's the question now. So we can say, I wrote a story. And that would be correct. But we want to know what type of story it was. So we cannot use the word story yet. Was it a short story or a long story? So we're going to use the word long because the word long describes the type of story. So we're going to write, I wrote a long. There we go. And don't forget to cross it out as well. I wrote a long. And then we write our word story. And now we are almost done with unscrambling the sentence. Remember, we've already put our capital letter at the beginning, so we don't have to worry about other capital letters for now. So we have, I wrote a long story. We have crossed out the word story. Now we are left with two words, school and at. Now, because the word school has a full stop at the end, we know that this is the last word we're going to use. So we are going to write the word at. And then we are going to write our word school. Now we are done. And we have managed to complete our sentence. Make sure that the end of your sentence has a full stop. A full stop at the end. So let us now read our correct sentence. I wrote a long story at school. Good job, everyone. I'm very, very happy. So remember, we use capital letters to start a sentence. When you are unscrambling these sentences, look for the capital letter first. And then any word that has a full stop after it is trying to tell you that it is the last word in the sentence. So have fun, try and put them with different words so that you can make your sentences complete. And I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn, and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
For our next exercise now, boys and girls, let us turn to page 4. On page 4, we are going to be doing our sight words, but not in the way that we used to. We are going to be looking for them in the word search. But before we do that, we need to read them. So let us read our sight words according to the numbers. Are we ready? Let's go. But, they, on, at, our, was, that, he, she, be. Well done, everyone. Now we have to look for these words. So we are going to try and find the first ones. But, they, on, and at. Let's take a look at the board. Now on the board I have the same word search as you do, so you are going to follow me in your book. The first word that we're going to take a look at and look for is the word but. Now you can see that it has a b, a, t. So we are also going to be looking for a b, a, t. Let's now try and look for them. Remember, when you're looking for your words, you can either start by going across or down. In this case, I want to start going across. So let's take a look. B. Oh, we already have a B. And let's see if we have an A. No. No. Yes, we have an A right next to B. And of course, we have our T. Wow, that was easy. Well done, everyone. So let us circle our word but. Make sure you circle beautifully. And now let us cross out the word but so that we don't look for it again. The next word we want to look for is the word they. Now this time I'm still going to be going across, and I need to start with t. or T? Let's begin. No, no. Yes, so we have found the letter T. Now we need to look for close by. No, no. Definitely not, that's too far. No. Yes, so we have a T. Then now we need to look for an E, and it is right here, which means our word they is going down. So I'd like us to please circle the word they. Remember, boys and girls, some letters can even share words, just like our letter T. It's belonging to the word but and the word they. Don't forget to cross out the word they so that we don't look for it again. Now let's look for the word on. On. Now on starts with a O, so we are going to look for an O. This time I want to look going down. Let's go. No, 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 no. Yes, we have an O. But let's check if we have another letter next to it. The letter N. Not here. Yes, we have found a N. Good job, everyone. So you can circle this one, but I can also see another O here and a N as well. So you can circle either one of these ones, either the one that is going across or the one that is underneath. So I'm going to choose this one. Let us circle it nicely, and then when you're done circling, you cross it out. The rest of these I want you to try and do by yourselves. Remember, when you're looking for a letter or a word, you can start by going across and checking all the letters or going down. And make sure that the next one is also the next letter in the word. Have fun with your sight words. Try to use them this week when you're making sentences, and I will see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
For our exercise now, boys and girls, let's turn to page 5. On page 5, we're going to have so much fun organizing. So we are going to be ordering the numbers from the least to the greatest. And we have a choo-choo train to do it with. Everyone, let's pretend we are choo-choo trains. So we are going to do the fourth one together. So let's take a look at the board. Now, what you have to remember when you're organizing is that the order is very important. If they're saying from the least to the greatest, that means from the smallest number right up until the biggest number. Now we're going to ask Mr. Tens to help us find the numbers. How are we going to do it? We're going to ask him to show us his friends. Now, if his friend starts with a 1, then that means that we are starting with the least when we're organizing. And once we have his friend, we are going to cross him out from the choo-choo train and put him in the box. So the first friend that we are going to be looking for, the least one, is a 1. Do you see a 1 for Mr. Tens? No. 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 And no. So that means that that's not where we are going to start. Let's try and look for a 2 for Mr. Tens. Is there a 2? No. 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 We do see a 2, but it's not for Mr. Tens. Instead, this 2 is sitting for Mrs. Units, so it is not for Mr. Tens. Let's move on. How about 3? No, 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 no. We do see a 3, but that 3 is also not for Mr. Tens because she is sitting for Mrs. Units. So let's keep on going. Remember, we want to find the least to the greatest. So we keep going up the number line. The next number is 4. Do we see a 4 for Mr. Tens? No, 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 no. So there is no 4 for Mr. Tens. Let's keep moving. From 4, we move to 5. Remember, we're moving this way to try and find the least to the greatest. 5. Let's look for 5 as a friend of Mr. Tens. No, no, no. Yes! We have found a 5, and the 5 is in the number 53. That means that is what is going to start our ordering. So we are going to start with 53 as the least in the choo-choo train. So now that we have written 53, we need to cross him out so that we don't look for him again. Now that we're done with 5, let's move on to see if we can find any of Mr. Ten's friends in 6. Let's go. No, no. Yes, we have found a 6 in the number 62. So we are going to write the number 62 in the box, and then we're going to cross it out on the train so that we don't look for it again. Let's keep going. From 6, let's move to 7. Remember, we're trying to look from the least to the greatest, and we are almost at the last number for Mr. Ten's friends. Let's keep looking. We're looking now for 7. No, no, there is no 7 there. How about the next number, 8? No. Yes, we have found an 8 in the number 89. So we are going to write the number 89. And then after that, we're going to cross it out so that we know we are done. That now means we only have one number left, which means that is the greatest number. And our number is 97. So we're going to put our 97 and then cross out our 97 in the train. And we are done. So when you are looking for the least, you're going to start with 1. I'd like you to please draw this so that you can remember. We start from 1 going to 9, and we look for Mr. 10's friends. That way we will know that we're moving from the least or the smallest going all the way to the greatest or the biggest number. Have fun with this exercise, and before you do it, let's take a look at page 6. On page 6, we are going to be doing something even more exciting and something that you are very familiar with. We are going to be adding and subtracting. Now, we're not just going to be adding and subtracting, but we're going to be using our number lines to do so. Your job is to finish the sums, and you're going to use the number line to help you. We are going to do the first one for the subtraction or the takeaway together. Now the first one says 17 minus 2 equals. So let us see if we are able to do it together. Let's take a look at the board. Now I have my number line just like you do, and this is my number line. So I'm going to be using my number line, and I want you to use your number line. You're going to use your finger as you go from one number to the next. Now, the first thing we need to do is put our finger on the number 17. So our number 17 is here in the corner. Then, what we're going to do is we're going to loop to the next numbers, which is 2 loops, and we're going to stay on the number we land on. So I also want you to loop with your finger. So let us go. Remember, we're only looping twice, so we need to loop from one number to the next. Are we ready? Let's go. 1, 2. So that means our answer is 15. Did you loop just like me? Yes, we don't count the number 17 because we jump from it going to the next one to say 1. So we said 1, 2, and our answer is 15. So please write your answer 15. Well done. The rest of the minus or the subtraction ones you're going to do by yourselves. Let's take a look at the addition ones. Now for the addition ones, you can definitely see that you're still using your number line, and you're going to finish them and make sure that they're correct. In this case, we are going to be doing the last one together, where it says 5 plus 11 equals dash. So let us take a look at the board. Now we have our 5 here on our number line. So that's where I want you to put your finger as well. And we're going to count 11 from the 5. I hope you're ready. Are you ready? Let's go. Remember, we are looping to the next one. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that means that our answer is 11. 16. We landed on the number 16. So that means our answer is 16. So please take your time with both exercises. Make sure that when you're doing them, you're counting correctly. And I will see you soon after our advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
We have now come to the end of our lesson, boys and girls, and I hope you had fun. Remember, if you're not sure or you don't understand, you can always ask for help. Just make sure that you finish your work by yourself. So now that we are done, it is important for us to sanitize. Now, when we sanitize, we rub inside our hands, in between our fingers, around our hands, on our wrists and our fingertips too. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I wonder though, I've been looking for Zoshi the whole day. I think he's hiding from me. Zoshi, where are you? Oh, there he is. So, from Zoshi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.